Good morning. Welcome back to the Southern Bible Thumper channel. For this upload, we will be reading Deuteronomy chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven, a people great and tall, the children of the Anakims, whom thou knowest, and of whom thou hast heard say, who can stand before the children of Anak? Understand therefore this day that the Lord thy God is he which goeth over before thee, as a consuming fire he shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face. So shalt thou drive them out, and destroy them quickly, as the Lord hath said unto thee. Speak not thou in thine heart, after that the Lord thy God hath cast them out from before thee, saying, For my righteousness the Lord hath brought me in to possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations the Lord doth drive them out from before thee. Not for thy righteousness, or for the uprightness of thine heart, dost thou go to possess their land, but for the wickedness of these nations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee, and that he may perform the word which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand therefore that the Lord thy God giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness, for thou art a stiff-necked people. Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Lord thy God to wrath in the wilderness. From the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt, until ye came unto this place, ye have been rebellious against the Lord. Also in Horeb ye provoked the Lord to wrath, so that the Lord was angry with you to have destroyed you. When I was gone up into the mount to receive the tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant which the Lord made with you, then I abode in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. I neither did eat bread nor drink water. And the Lord delivered unto me 2 tables of stone written with the finger of God, and on them was written according to all the words which the Lord spake with you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days and 40 nights that the Lord gave me the 2 tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant. And the Lord said unto me, Arise, get thee down quickly from hence, for thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They are quickly turned aside out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten image. Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they. So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire, and the 2 tables of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked, and behold, ye had sinned against the Lord your God, and made you a molten calf. Ye had turned aside quickly out the way, which the Lord had commanded you. And I took the 2 tables, and cast them out of my 2 hands, and brake them before your eyes. And I fell down before the Lord, as at the first 40 days and 40 nights. I did neither eat bread nor drink water, because all your sins which ye sinned, and doing wickedly in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure, wherewith the Lord was wroth against you to destroy you. But the Lord hearkened unto me at that time also. And the Lord was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him. And I prayed for Aaron also at the same time. And I took your sin, the calf, which ye had made, and burnt it with fire, and stamped it, and ground it very small, even until it was as small as dust. And I cast the dust thereof into the brook that descended out of the mount, and at Taberah, and at Manasseh, and at the Kibroth Heveh. Ye provoked the Lord to wrath. Likewise, when the Lord sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up and possess the land which I have given you, then ye rebelled against the commandment of the Lord your God, and ye believed him not, nor hearkened to his voice. Ye have been rebellious against the Lord from the day that I knew you. Thus I fell down before the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, as I fell down at the first, because the Lord had said he would destroy you. I prayed therefore unto the Lord, and said, O Lord God, destroy not thy people and thine inheritance, which thou hast redeemed through thy greatness, which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember thy servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look not unto the stubbornness of this people, nor to their wickedness, nor to their sin. Lest the land whence thou boughtest us out say, Because the Lord was not able to bring them into the land which he promised them, and because he hated them, he hath brought them out to slay them in the wilderness. Yet they are thy people and thine inheritance, which thou broughtest out by the mighty power and by thy stretched out arm. So, summarizing Deuteronomy chapter 9, again, Moses is continuing this address to Israel that he began in Deuteronomy chapter 1. The current population that he's talking to is the second generation out of Egypt. Moses is preparing Israel to conquer and acquire the promised land. Verses 1 through 3. This is a reference to Numbers chapter 13 when God instructed Israel to enter the promised land. Moses says, "You are to cross Jordan this day and conquer nations more powerful than you are, namely the Anakims. God will lead you to destroy them as a consuming fire. This will be an easy victory for you." Verses 4 through 6. Do not think I'm driving these people away because of your righteousness. It's because these people have unrighteousness, and this is a covenant for your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You, yourself, have been a stiff-necked or a rebellious people. Verse 7. Moses details the incident in the wilderness in Exodus chapter 32 at Mount Horeb, where Israel created a golden molten image calf to worship. When Moses was getting the 10 Commandments from God, Moses got so angry that he broke the tablets. God was mad too. Verse 22. Yes, so that was 7 to 22. Verse 22, you made God angry. Verse 23. Okay, I'll just stop doing it. In verse 23, Moses refers back to Numbers chapter 13. How Israel disobeyed God. God told them to go into the promised land, and they didn't. Verse 24. You've been rebellious the entire time I've known you. That's what Moses says to the Israelites. Verse 25 through the end. Moses fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Again, this is the second time. So the first time he fasted 40 days and 40 nights was in Mount Horeb in verse 9. So the second time he fasted was to intercede on behalf of Israel because God was angry with Israel and was going to, blot their name out. Moses asked God to not destroy them. Moses reminds God of the covenant made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He also made the point that destroying Israel would seem as if they were led into the wilderness to die. So just wanted to say this every time. Moses is getting ready to die. He disobeyed God in Numbers chapter 20. God told him to speak to the rock. He hit it. It was supposed to be for water. The Israelites were complaining. And so instead of following God, he did his own thing. And as a result, Aaron died. And he's going to die too. He's going to go up into a mountain and die after all this. So from Deuteronomy chapter 1 up until now, we're in Deuteronomy 9. He is talking to the Israelites. He's rehashing everything that happened in Numbers and Exodus. And even with this chapter, he's not even like... it's actually kind of sad because he's going back and forth. He's in verses 1 through 3, he's talking about Numbers chapter 13. And then he's like chastising them and saying, don't think that this blessing is anything to do with you. This is for your ancestors, and this is because the people here are evil. And then he starts talking about the golden calf, and then he goes back to talking about Numbers 13. So this man is getting ready to die. He knows after he completes this address, this speech, he's going to have to go into a mountain and die alone. He's been married twice. He has children, but for some reason, he's going to die alone. So that's all I have. The next upload will be Deuteronomy chapter 10. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. Jesus loves you too. God bless you.